I was so excited to have John Moody come on the show today to give his major keys to success and notoriety for his famous artwork with celebrities and people of influence. You guys stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Hey, I'm John Moody, artist and athlete, and I watch my girl Kat Harvey, success and nothing less.
Hey, what's up, world? I'm Kat Harvey, CEO of Cage SNL, Success Nothing Less. Today, I'm so excited to have a gentleman that needs no introduction. He's making some serious boss moves. Not only is an athlete, but he's an entrepreneur. He's an artist. His work is very impactful. Big notable brands and celebrities and people of influence, such as Diddy, Maurice Hennessy. Countless of celebrities and people of influence, like I said, are just running towards his work. And also, it was featured in the White House. So we, of course, had to have him on, being that I'm a DC native and all. So without further ado, please welcome the boss himself, Mr. John Moody. How you doing, John?
I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty well. Excited to be able to talk to you on the show. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So tell the world, a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Definitely. I'm an artist who graduated from Savannah College of Art and Design. And by the word artist, typically I consider myself to be a painter in other fields of the medium. However, the catchy part or the fun part about what I do is that I use my artwork to provoke thought and to bring awareness and change to certain situations.
Two of the pieces that I was drawn to was the Black woman, I guess that you did, and then you had the young Black boy with the blood dripping down his face. So why did you feel the need to paint those explicit pictures, and what was it about?
Definitely. Well, in order, the boy with the blood coming down his face was the first piece. And initially that idea and concept behind that was to create an image and to present a problem. And so today a lot of a big part of a majority of America has an issue where they don't realize a certain instance, like they don't pay attention to what's actually happening. I wanted to make this awareness. I wanted to make it relevant and put it in your face. I wanted it to be so in front of you that you can't deny the issue at hand. And so that's one way to spark a conversation. And that's exactly what I wanted to do with that piece. And sure enough, it was, I submitted it for a competition, which it was then selected to be featured at the White House. So that was really awesome. The second piece, was dealing with the African-American woman's side of the issue, which is that the simple fact that the African-American woman is the most unappreciated woman in America. And so my concept behind that piece was to show really her emotion in her eyes, and also to show that there's a certain pain that she's willing to overcome. She's ready to overcome. She will overcome it.
How do you approach these people so that, I'm sure these celebrities and people influence, got people painting pictures all the time. You hear, it's hanging somewhere in the back, collecting dust. So how do you make sure that your painting is actually, held up and that they actually value it versus giving something away that nobody's going to really pay attention to?
Absolutely. I think it comes with a branding team. I have a very, very hardworking team of people behind me. And so the thing that we do is we actually, gotten to a point where we're fortunate enough to have the different celebrities or people of interest, their teams reach out to us. And so then at that point, we're able to, actually have a piece that's actually put in order or put in commission. And so that being said, when that happens, the process starts, to create something that's ever, lasting, something that's unique to my style, and something that's going to look great wherever they take it.
Okay. So I want you to talk about the price. So, in the beginning, not now when everybody's blowing up your phone and sending you emails, but speak from a point of position, somebody who wants to get to where you are, and talk about price. Like, how did you value your artwork and not get so desperate to drop the price just to get a piece sold?
For me as an artist, one thing I have to understand is that I have to be a businessman as well. I have to be an entrepreneur. And that's one thing a lot of artists today don't really pay attention to, is the side of the business. It's the side of the entrepreneurship side, understanding yourself as a brand. And so what I take big pride in, or what I focus a lot on, is understanding how to attract all audiences. Because as an artist, the starving artist concept is easy to run into. And so there's different ways that I market myself. One of the strategies I use is that I view the audiences that I have, and I label certain things as far as like what can be affordable. And so say there's a audience group who can only afford a $200 to $500 canvas range. Okay, that's available in splash paintings. Then you have people who want to collect a piece that's a little bit pricier than that, a bigger size, and that's in the $500 to $1,500 price range. So there's different pieces that people can get, and I base a lot of my prices or my price points off of the size of the canvas. Don't get me wrong, I know that it is hard as an artist to constantly, make a consistent income. However, though, I think it is important to, make yourself kind of attainable to everyone almost at some point.
I like that. That's right. Don't leave the little people out. So what are some of the ways that you felt like worked best for you in order for your work to get noticed?
Stay true to what I want to create, that there's a overall meaning behind the work I'm producing, and it's not something that's just materialistic or something that's just a pretty image. And that's one thing that allows my work to push forward and really keep moving. Aside from that is also understanding, how to use different social media platforms, and also how to, get my work out there with the proper promotion of my own to get in front of the right eyes in the right places. And so that's really, I think, is the more important thing. People are attracted to, people migrate to something of substance a little bit more than something that's just there.
So I want you to fill in the blanks, okay? I guess you can say the best thing that my father gave to me that money can't buy.
Well, that could be a long list. That could be a truly long list. I guess what I'm truly thankful for is that, especially as an artist, the foundation of what I do, my backbone, was my support system starting off, and still to this day are my parents. And with anything, they were really willing to listen to my ideas and, put any type of investment down, any type of, support they could to what I wanted to do as an artist. And that is like the most valuable thing that money can buy is a support system that's willing to support you.
What advice would you give to any painters or artists out there that wants to get recognized the right way? And then, like you said, not losing value as far as what they put out there.
And there's a choice of if you want to be independent or if you want to be an artist who creates for someone else. And in a situation, I can't say which is best for each individual artist. I'm an independent artist in the sense that I'm not represented by galleries, and I'm not represented by specific names that control what I create and tell me what to produce. However, I'm not saying that's a bad thing though. So I think there's always a greater risk in being an independent artist. And I think the greater risk, it's a risk worth taking in any art field.
What's the ultimate vision for you and your brand? When it's all said and done, what's the goal for you?
I want to be the Michael Jordan of the art world. Honestly, I want to make art so cool that people talk about it, and like, man, I want to be an artist when I grow up. Man, I want to be this. And I think a lot of times, people have this certain idea, like, either I want to do music or I want to play sports. And, I really rarely hear too many times where kids are saying, hey, I want to be an artist. And I think that's mainly the ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is really to inspire the next generations and to bring the next creatives into the world and to, like,
you tell the world where they can find and connect with you at, or any, like I said, upcoming events you have coming up.
Absolutely. My online portfolio, all my visuals are on Instagram at TheJonMoody, TheJonMoody. Or you can find me on Facebook at Jon Moody, JonMoody. And aside from that, you can always, if you don't have any of those platforms, go to my website at ijonmoody.com, IJONMOODY.com.
Thanks, Jon, for coming to the show today. It means a lot to me. You guys, make sure you check out Jon Moody at TheJonMoody and also on his website, ijonmoody.com.